Hey guys, I had a question about nonlinear equations. So let me share this with you all. Okay, so let's take a look at what this would look like. One of the questions I got was y equals x to the third minus 2. Okay, now the directions say to create a t-table and graph. So how do we go about doing something like this? Well, first of all, you're going to create your own x values, plug them in, and do the computation and get the y values. So to be honest, the best way to kind of see what this was going to look like in this smaller graph here is to stick with -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, that's going to keep it all pretty close here in the middle. So let's do that. So in my class, I like to say create a skeleton, meaning take out the meat and just leave the bones. So it kind of makes sense, but my kids like talking about making their skeletons, so let's do it. So parenthesis to the third minus 2. So if I plug in -2 here, okay, then that really means -2 times -2 times -2 for this part, okay? Because order of operations, we need to do the exponents first. So let's do this. -2 times -2 is a +4 times a -2. So -2 to the third power gives me a -8. Okay, so then the rest of it is -8 minus 2. Okay, that leaves us with a -10. So when I plug in a -2 up into this equation, I get a -10. Okay, now let's plug in -1. Okay, on your paper you would just keep going, but I want to keep it all on one page here. So x, take out the meat and just leave the bones. Then we go back and put the number in. Boom. Okay. So -1 times -1 is 1. 1 times -1 is -1. Minus 2, that is -3. Okay. So -3. 0, that's a pretty easy one. Let me just take out the -1 here and put in a 0. So 0 to the third power is, you guessed it, 0 minus 2 is -2. All right. Now, let's look at this one. 1. Okay, so I'm going to take out the 0. I'm going to plug in a 1 this time. 1 to the third power is 1 minus 2. Okay, now what's this one going to be? So if I have a 1 plus a -2, I'm really dealing with a -1. Then I'm going to finish up here with the last one, which is 2. So this 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, minus 2, and that leaves us with 6. So when I go to graph it, this first one, -2, 10, that's going to be way up here. Okay, way up there. And then -1, oh, nope, I don't know my ups and downs. That was just to check to see if you noticed the mistake. Good job. I'm sure you noticed it. Okay, -2, -10 is going to be way down here. Then it's -1, -3, 0, -2, 1, -1, and 2, +6. So this bad boy is going to look like that. So when you get these, just come up with some X and Y or some X terms that you can plug in, and then once you put it in and calculate it, you get the Y values, and then you have ordered pairs to graph. So it should look like that.